What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stan of SJ Square Photography, bring you back another video today. Whew. Now, today, I'm going to be sitting down here talking to you about, yes, the Nikon Z8. Now, you know, guys, I did a video on that probably back in June. I did a video when I received this, and I told you I had a video about it, how I got my Nikon Z8 for $2,000. So now I want to go ahead. It's almost like a 6-month review, but I'm calling this, you know, my 6,000 shutter count review, because I've been having this camera and I have now put officially 6,000 photos on the Z8 since I have acquired it back in June, I believe. I don't know, I can't remember, but I think it's back in June. So I just want to talk to you about my experience with it and how much I enjoy this camera and how it differentiates from my Z7. Now, guys, as you know, as I believe, the Z8 is probably the best full frame camera, mirrorless camera that you can get for the money. And everything that you get in this thing is ridiculous for the money. Hence the reason why when I end up getting mine for a little bit for $2,600, and the reason why I got it for $2,000, go look at that video and it tells you exactly the reason how I got it for $2,000. But you know, for what I pay for it and the amount of camera that you get, it's freaking ridiculous. That's the reason why I went ahead and punched the gun on it. And even if you want to go ahead and get it brand new, I think it's a little bit under $4,000, but still it's the best bang for buck camera on the market, I believe. So as far as like the video features, you know, the internal raw recording that you get with this thing, the 45 and you know, the 45 megapixel sensor that you get with all the freaking photos, you know, the no mechanical shutter, the blackout free, it's really is a lot of camera, man. And the main thing I really do use this for is for, you know, taking photos. That's what the reason why I use my Z8 was for, mainly was for taking photos, and this is the reason, and I use this for mainly taking photos. I really haven't done anything else. I did like little reel stuff just here and there, not even a whole lot with this, simply because, you know, I'm used to my Sony a7S III, which is filming right now. I'm used to that workflow so far, so I don't never really think about like, oh, let me start recording some stuff with, you know, the Nikon Z8. It's always just been a primary camera for photos for me. So that's just the reason why I just kind of use it as that. And then when I'm doing a photo shoot, you know, here and there, I got a couple of, you know, videos on my channel here and there when I'm actually using the video features. It's like something I remember. I was like, oh, I can use the video, you know, I can use this for video and get some reels on that. And that's just something I just got to learn for myself, honestly, just to kind of keep in my mind when I do shoots, like, hey, go ahead, click it over to video mode and get some reels, you know, some stuff for some reels and, you know, for vertical content. That's just something I got to do more of. But as far as like using the video and, you know, and color grading and things of that nature, it's all the same to me. Once you learn how to really just kind of color grade, you can kind of color grade anything, in my opinion. Now, I always do use ProRes RAW. I do like that because my main editor of choice is Final Cut Pro. So that's my main editor of choice. So, and I always like using ProRes RAW just to doing everything, like on my own set, 7AS III, when I do the video portraits, I do that in ProRes RAW, and I use the ProRes in here as well. And then I also use the Nikon. It's like I said, once you just get used to just color grading, you can kind of just color grade anything, really, once you just learn how to do it. And I spend a lot of time, you know, trying to figure out how to color grade, simply because, you know, that's what I like doing. I do like color grading things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go back to some of my videos like in the past on here and just see like how the color grading was just all wonky. That's because I was just first of all, I was learning. And then second of all, I was just learning, right? I was just learning how to color grade. But as far as that, man, like I said, you get the AK60. I used that before. I've almost probably used, I ain't gonna say everything as far as video wise, but I have used a little bit of it. But as far as my photos, man, I just absolutely love this camera. Now, obviously, the only biggest improvement between this Z8 and my Z7, which I still have, by the way, which is my backup camera, and I have not even touched that thing since I have got the Z8, is really the autofocusing, right? The autofocusing and the video specs, right? The video specs is far superior than the Z7, and then also the autofocus is far superior than the Z7. And that's really like the really main difference that I've been seeing, you know, within this first 6,000 clicks that I put on this camera. The autofocus really do work seamlessly, guys. I really do like it. And I'm going to tell you another thing too. I'm always using an adapter. I don't have any Z lenses, guys. I don't have any Z lenses whatsoever. Everything I've been using is with the F to Z adapter, or is with this, I don't know if you can barely see it, but I do, but it's with the newer E to Z adapter that I have in there. And this is the main thing I've been using because I got the 50, which is right here. I got on this thing. It's a 50 millimeter f1.2 E mount. So I've been using this thing mainly. This stays on my camera. This is what I always start off with everything. So this always stays on my camera first. And this is the first thing I always use majority of the time. So far as with this adapter, I still see the autofocus just works, man. It just works just like it would if it was the F to Z adapter when I use my Sigma 105. So it just absolutely works, man. And I absolutely love, you know, the E to Z adapter that I have that newer was able to create, man. I absolutely love it. It works flawlessly. Like I said, it worked with my Tamron 45, not my Tamron 45, but it does work with my Tamron. I got well, not back here, up here. Tamron's recording me now. It did work with my Tamron 20 to 40 on the E to Z adapter with Nikon. It works perfectly fine. It didn't, it's a little bit wonky with the 85 1.8 that I got. That's just because that lens is a little bit older. So, and I haven't like had any type of update or firmware on that thing. So that can be a lot of issues or the reason why that the autofocus doesn't work with either of these after on my Nikon, but that's can be just a few issues. That's the reason why that doesn't work. But far as that though, like I absolutely do love the build quality of this lens. As you can see, it's nice and robust. It's a little bit bigger than the Z7 that I have, which I like. And I also put an L bracket cage on there. That's just really simply because when I do, you know, when I do my BTS, I have to put my Ninja on here. That's all that is, a horseshoe, so I can put my Ninja on. That's the main reason why I got this bracket, just mainly just so I can help, you know, put something on my Ninja. That's the only reason why I got the bracket, guys. But I have took this, I haven't really took it anywhere. I took it to Iceland, actually, guys. I went to Iceland back in September. I went to Iceland back in September. And I can tell you, I went to one of these waterfall. Me and Mid went to a waterfall. And it was like a, inside a cave almost thing, right? So the waterfall was going down. I don't know, it was probably about, I don't know, about 80 feet high, or whatever the case may be. So it was coming down. So we would kind of have to go inside of this water, you know, the cave to go see the waterfall. And I went ahead and I was bringing it because I need to take pictures. So I brought this, I brought the Sony, and I can tell you ahead of time, guys, I wish I recorded at the time, but I can tell you what I did with that Sony. I went ahead and wrapped him up like a baby because I don't trust him. But as far as the Nikon, man, I got battle tested with Nikon because I had the Nikon D50 and the Nikon D850. And I was doing a bunch of landscapes when I had that camera, so I was always like in tough terrain. So with this one, it's going to be my kind of like my first mirrorless, taking out in rough terrains like that, especially in water. And again, I just had this adapter on too, guys. I only had this the adapter, but I didn't worry about it. I put this thing on tripod. I walked right in there. The thing got completely freaking soaked. My camera got completely soaked. It was drenching wet. I kind of, you know, I got my couple of pictures. I didn't get any pictures at all, guys. I didn't get any pictures at all. They was all trash because it was so wet. It was so water was everywhere. It's on my camera lens. I really didn't get no good pictures of it. But what I'm going to say is when I left out of there, I wasn't that worried about it, guys. I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't that worried that it was not going to work. It was completely drenched. And as far as the Sony, I literally put that in my jacket when I went in. I went out there. I hurried up and did like some vlogging and things. Actually, I might put that up right now. Did like some vlogging with the Sony real quick. Just saying I was in the thing. Went back, tucked that back underneath my shirt. Then I went back to try to take pictures with the Nikon. Nikon was sitting out in the water the whole entire time, guys. But I just wasn't worried about it because I know Nikon just makes good quality stuff, man. And definitely good rugged weather resistance type camera. So I just honestly wasn't worried about it. The only thing that I was a little bit worried about was absolutely the adapter. But again, everything worked out well. It came out, worked perfectly fine. It worked for the rest of my trip. And I just, the bottom line is this camera is a workhorse, guys. And what I would say after my, you know, my first 6,000 click with this camera, the main thing to get used to was absolutely all the different autofocuses that this thing's have. Now I do have it set right here, like on the top of my Z8, my record button. I like this because my record button in photo mode, I don't have it as set record mode. I actually got it as a cycle through. I got to cycle through like my autofocusing mode. So I got it like set up for like 3D tracking. Then I have it for area as well. Then I got it for single point, and then also have it set for the custom box. You know, I also got a custom box. So all I gotta do really is just press this button right here, and it's the record button right there. That's the way I got it set up. You have to go in your custom settings to set that, but I just got it set that way. So when I click it, I can hurry up and switch to a different autofocusing to kind of help me get my, you know, to get the autofocus and hit the focus the way I use it. 9 times out of 10, guys, I'm still in area AF. That's what I'm mainly in. I just did a couple shoot not too long ago, where I was actually had to switch over and I had to go to my custom box and have to do it that way. But still, again, I didn't have to really, you know, go in my menu because I had it set just to hit that button, bam, bam, bam. I hit it, get to my thing, box pop up, and all that good jazz. But that's the only thing that I really have to get used to out of just having my, you know, this Z8 for so long right now. As far as the picture quality, guys, it's no different than my Z7. I don't think so. It's just as nice. Like I said, the biggest and main thing is the freaking autofocus and all the video specs that you get into. Now, I will say this again, like I said it in my video when I get the camera, man. If I didn't get this camera for such a good deal, I still would have been shooting with my Nikon Z7, guys. The Nikon Z7 has done me well. It does more than what I needed to do just for photo taking, because it's the only thing I really mainly use my Nikon for, is really just for photo wise. Everything video that you see on my channel in the past, and I ain't gonna say mostly it's gonna be majority still in the future, but it's done with my Sony A7S III, guys. That's the main thing I've been using forever for all video purposes stuff. So here in the future, I will use some of the video things, video specs of this camera. And I do have plans on making a video portrait with this camera here. I just got to get a couple of extra things that I'm looking for with this. I might have to get like a clip-in ND filter, things of that nature, that I may be looking for in order for me to make that, because I don't have, yeah, I got to get an ND filter because, you know, I want to shoot the video portrait with the 105, and there's no filter for that, so I got to get a clip-in filter, which I love clip-in filters. Shout out to Kalari. I love clip-in filters, but it's not about that, or about that. But yeah, so other than that, guys, like I said, man, if I really didn't get such a great deal out of it, I just would have never ever bought this camera. I'd had no need for the camera, man. The only reason why I bought this camera and punched the gun on this camera was simply because I got a great deal. That's it. That's pretty much about it. Now, if you're looking for a new camera or you're looking to upgrade from a camera and you can find a pretty good deal of this, yeah. But if not, and then if your camera is doing fine for you, don't upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like, just really don't upgrade. Like I said, if you got a Z7 too, I wouldn't say upgrade if you're mainly taking photos, but if you need videos, then yeah, upgrade, right? So you have to like just kind of figure it out for yourself, what's best for you, to figure out what's best for you, to be honest with you, if you're about upgrading or not. So that's my video, man. This has been a very long rant. I have absolutely loved my Nikon Z8. Also, yes, again, I told you in this video already that I mainly shoot nothing but adapted lens. I don't have any Z lenses, but I am going to make a video about, because I got nothing but Sigma lenses now, guys. I got nothing but Sigma lenses ever since I end up getting the 50-1.2, which is right here, guys. Ever since I got the 50-1.2, all I got is nothing but Sigma glass. That's all I got, Sigma glass. I'm going to make a video about this, but I do have the 50-1.2. I got the 35-1.2, which is an E-mount lens as well, which works fantastic with the adapter as well, even though it's an older lens, but this works fantastic with the adapter. I'd already done a shoot with that before. And then I got the Sigma 105. That's all I need for my portraits. That's it. That's all I got. And so that's all I ever shoot with, man. Ever since I got that, and I had to put the Tamron on the back shelf back there, all I do is shoot with Sigma glass. That's it. That's all I shoot with. But the Sigma 35 and the 50-1.2 is E-mount, and then my 105 is F-mount, so I have to use the regular F to Z adapter for that one. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm a Sigma guy now. I may be a Sigma rep. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, man. And until the next video. Oh, hang on. If you like my work, please consider yourself subscribing down below. Please let me know, guys, if you have a Z8, and tell me about your experience and how much you love shooting with your Z8. Or if you're thinking about upgrading, let me know down in the comment about what you're going to upgrade to for the Z8. I'm pretty sure you can probably get this thing for a good deal now. It's almost going on a year and a half since this thing's been out. So I'm pretty sure you will actually probably get a good deal out of it. But let me know down in the comments below. And again, if you like my work, please consider subscribing to my channel. And to the next video. Peace, guys.